Right, so we just spoke about shafts and the importance of shafts, so now we're going to chat about grips. Something small, and one doesn't always look at the grip as being important. So Jason, once again, what grip brands do you stock and why so many brands?
Well, we like to try and give people a variety in grips, and I'll tell you why now, but the brands that we stock, obviously the main ones, Lamkin, Golf Pride, we do stock Ionic, and we stock a grip called Iguana, which is a brand from Japan.
Superstroke's done quite well.
Oh, we do, yeah. Superstroke's a grip that we stock, and we stock a variety of different sizes and shapes and in the grip. So we do stock quite a lot of different grips, and one of the main reasons I like to do that is to give the player as much choice as possible, because I believe grips are quite individual and personal when it comes to a few things. From a feel perspective, I've tried quite a lot of grips myself over the last sort of year and a half, just trying to see how I feel with them, and funny enough, I've gone back to the grip that I pretty much started out playing golf with, which is a Tour Velvet. So I think there is an aspect of feel and comfort that what you're used to, but I like to give a player a variety of things. Now, as we talk about the importance of grips, I think there are a few things that are important. Obviously with a grip, I don't want a player to be using a grip that's got too much twist on it. That's going to be important. I don't like a player to use something that's going to be too twisty, or as we term it technically, have too much torque. But what I do think is, because everything is unique and individual to a player, I don't think there's a hard and fast rule of certain things. As we're speaking to some of the guys, the custom fit experts, we've discussed this over quite a lengthy discussion. There is a sort of school of thought that if the grip is too big for you, it's going to affect and it will hinder the way you hinge the golf club or cock the golf club, and then also release the golf club. Therefore, having an impact on, you're going to either leave the shot out to the right, or potentially, if the grip's too small for you, you can hook it. Now, I do subscribe to that belief in a little bit, but you don't know if it's really true until you try it. So I'm not sure that it's an absolute and that we can absolutely be sure about that. General rule of thumb is obviously the bones in your hands. Once you have a bigger grip or a bigger object in your hand, what will happen is you're going to be a little bit more restricted in your movement. So hence the reason if a guy slices it, the old school of thought is that, well, if you put too big a grip in the guy's hands, he'll leave the club face open. Now, having said that, I don't think there's enough data to verify that and say it's absolutely true. Sometimes I put bigger grips on players' hands and they actually release the club better. Sometimes you put a bigger grip on and it's even worse. Sometimes you put a smaller grip on, it's better. So it really is unique, and you have to try it. And try it out and see for yourself.
So the size of grips, we have standard grips all the way through to what?
To jumbo. Yeah, so I've got standard through to jumbo. Again, I've got a variety of different feeling grips. I've got standard just rubber grips. We've got some of the newer style of grips. When you see Ionic and those things, it feels almost plasticky. Really, really interesting, feels quite nice. All the way through to your much sort of harder feel grips, which have cord on them. We've got full cord, we've got half cord. Just giving a variety. Obviously, being out here in Dubai, important to get something that's not going to be slipping in your hands. Very important, that aspect. So we use.
And do you find people don't really look at their grips as something important, and should they be changing their grips more often what they do?
I get both. I get people coming into me who really pay a lot of attention to it, and I think it is a very important thing, because think about it, it's the only area of the golf club that you're going to be touching.
I agree.
It's the only area that you're holding the golf club. So I think it's important to be comfortable with what you have. One of my clients, who's a really good customer of mine, he's changed and tried a variety of different grips and really struggled to find the right grip. But over a period of time, I think we've eventually got to the right grip, and he's a good player. So he really is enjoying the grips that he's got. But we've struggled, and we basically trial and error with a whole lot of different ones. And then I think there's people who come in who don't really pay attention and more care about what the grip looks like. So they're all about the color and what it looks like, which is okay as well. But yeah, I think it's an important aspect of the game. You have to be comfortable where you're putting your hands on the club. Again, from a size perspective, most golfers would feel better with slightly thicker grips anyway. I'm not saying that that's the best thing for them, but definitely feel is very important, and it has definitely got an effect on how you'll play.
All right, fantastic. So Golf House, we stock the largest range of shafts and the largest range of grips as well in the Middle East. So pop down to our stores. 3 custom fitting centres, as we said, Albadia, Arabian Ranches, and down here at the Monte, and come and get your grips fitted.